Hello guys, today we're going to be editing a video on the Battle of the Bulge, blah blah blah. So let's see, how long do you want this shit to be up? Like 3 seconds? Yeah, we're gonna have to have a little bit different from this stuff. Title card needs to be a bit different though. It's a bit too shitty. There's only one background, it's possible. It doesn't really matter what the background is, but I'm kind of confused. How do I add something to this stuff? More than double-digit views. Okay. I was thinking about writing a script here and doing something like that, but World War II videos. That's cool. But what else can I make a video about? This is what I like making videos about. And we'll do this instead. First, we'll write the script, and then we'll do something else after that. Towards the end of the Second World War, after the landings at Normandy and the liquidation of the Falaise pocket, the Germans were in a steady retreat, coupled with the Allied landings in southern France. The German High Command needed a victory in the West, since Hitler knew any peace overtures to the Allies would likely mean a trip to the gallows. He needed a solid victory in the West to convince the Allies to come to the negotiating table. So Hitler took a major gamble. He outlined his counter-offensive to his generals on 16th September 1944. The assault of Bishop's goal was to pierce the thin headlines of the U.S. First Army between Montreal and Warsaw, dealing with General Field Marshal Walter Moreau's Army Group B. By the end of the first day, cut the armor through the Ardennes. By the end of the second day, reached the Meuse between Liège and Dinant by the third day, and seized Antwerp and the western bank of the Scheldt estuary by the fourth day. Those are ambitious plans. He outlined some ambitious plans. Such as reaching, but reaching and getting the armor through the Ardennes by the second day of the offensive. The problem with this was whose oil of Olaz A? Dude, I have no idea who you are, man. Did the study organization find out you dropped out? Whatever, man. I did drop out. Thank you. The problem with any of these plans is that it required the Germans to, yeah, is that is that the Germans didn't have enough fuel for the offensive. They had only half. They only had half the fuel, right? That was necessary. Hitler promises generals a total of 18 infantry and 12 armored or mechanized divisions. For planning purposes, the plan was to pull 13 divisions, 2 parachute divisions, 6 Panzer type divisions from the Oberkommando of the Wehrmacht, combined German military strategic reserve. On the eastern front. The Soviets' Operation Bagration during the summer had destroyed much of Germany's Army Group Center. Extremely swift operation ended only when the advancing Soviet Red Army forces outran their supplies. By November, it was clear that Soviet forces were preparing for a winter offensive. So you think I should mention that stuff? Oh yeah, what was I gonna do? Well, we don't want to get this bogged down too much with, specifics. We are making a 10-minute video. Meanwhile, the Allied air offensive would effectively blah 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 blah. The converse was equally damaging. Daytime was rapidly noticing interdiction of supplies combatant upon intensified after the Soviets overran those fields in the course of their August 1944 Jesse Kishinev offensive. So really, for the offensive, they only had half. Considerably shorter than much closer. This drastically reduced their supply problems despite out of control of the air. Additionally, the extensive telephone and telegraph network meant that radios were no longer necessary for communications, which would lessen the effectiveness of ultra intercepts. Nevertheless, some blah blah blah. They recorded the quadrupling of German fighter forces, implied preparation for an offensive deployment. Okay, cool. Although he realized nothing significant could be accomplished in the Eastern Front, he still believed an offensive against the Western Allies, whom he considered militarily inferior to the Red Army, would have some chances of success. Hitler believed he could split the Allied forces and compel the Americans and British. Did the study organization find out you dropped out? Well, it is what it is, dude. What else this dude? I don't know what this is. Alright, yeah, the Army Group Center. But I need footage, though. I need actual footage. It's crazy how he's allowed to use all this crazy footage. I'm not allowed to use that shit. It's fucking annoying, man. Hitler's plan called for a blitzkrieg attack through the weakly defended Ardennes, mirroring the successful German offensive there during the Battle of France, aimed at splitting the armies along the US and capturing Antwerp and a drive and capture the principal fort. Hitler originally sent the offensive for late November before the anticipated start of the Russian winter offensive, and Hitler hoped he could exploit this disunity if the attack were to succeed in capturing Antwerp. Four complete armies would be trapped without supplies behind German lines. You know, since there would be four complete armies enemy. What? How do you spell enemy? Wait. They felt that maintaining a purely defensive posture would only delay defeat, not avert it. They thus developed alternative, less ambitious plans that did not aim to cross the Meuse River. Two field marshals combined their plans to present a joint small solution to Hitler when they offered the alternative plans to run up the summit. As the merit of Hitler, they saw from the very first that all absolute all conditions for the possible success of such an offensive were lacking. Okay, must They were given priority for supply and equipment and assigned the shortest route. The primary objective of the offensive Antwerp, starting from the northwest point of view. Okay, so I think we should just put this in a video now. Make a video about the Eastern Front in the Pacific. It's much more interesting. What do you think? I'm writing a script right now for the video, but and then I'm going to use this as a video editor. So, thinking about, first I'll put this in there. The order of battle. Not the order of battle. This is the back Yeah, the Battle of the Bulge. I'll have to go with a short introduction, right? No, this is gonna be the introduction, dude. This is the introduction. And then we'll go with the order of battle. We also need to talk about the materials and how. No. Maybe I'll do that after this video, but this video is first. This is the introduction. That's the German plans for the battle. They didn't even have the supplies, fuel supplies. Yeah, captured fuel was really necessary. Okay. We'll go with that part first. So now we're gonna make the video first. Okay, we need to. Okay, we could do the narration first and then put a picture up too. A picture? That's not gonna do me any good. Battle footage. I need some footage here. What is? How does Mark Felton do this stuff? No, War Stories Productions. Not written, but can't hear anything. Battle Group Bomb. The furthest again with the mass post. Intense 1940. So I should condense the video really. Talking about the Battle of the Bulge in its entirety is too much. It's too fully. It's too long. It's like hours and hours of stuff that you have to sift through. Maybe I should just talk about a small operation for Battle Group. Battle Group Bomb. Or I could talk about what Camp Group Piper. Yeah, that's possible too. I don't think that's any good views. That could be interesting. Maybe something about German farthest pushes east or units that go to Moscow suburbs. That would be even better. I should do that. Battle for Moscow. I think that'll go up. Okay. Alright, battle for Moscow. Dude, I just did all that stuff right now. I'm not gonna. For Moscow. That could be even better. You just deleted your own fucking stuff right now, dude. Just deleted it. Wait there. Recent. Yeah, I just lost that document. Right. That's what I need. Okay, so first maybe we should get some footage. How the fuck does this guy get footage?